This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my review of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1. I just haven't had any time to record this, even though I watched this episode over a day ago from the time I'm recording this. But honestly, it was just a really solid episode. It was a great start, and there will be spoilers if you haven't watched it yet. But it's interesting. I did decide to see the previously on to see if there would be any retcons to the previous seasons, or sorry, season. But yeah, there was. We have the Justice League scene changed to saying Justice Gang, and then more importantly, you see the Justice Gang alongside Superman and Supergirl showing up, and that was honestly just pretty interesting to see having him interact with Green Lantern instead of Aquaman and Flash. Well, it's Green Lantern and Hawkgirl, but specifically, he has a comment to Green Lantern who he does have a history with, and honestly, it was pretty interesting. Now moving into the episode itself, it was this really solid episode. Continuing on, it talks about really all the characters. It is of interesting to see how Hardcore is basically being still being screwed over by Waller, who wants to take out really everything that happened to her on Hardcore since she won't do it on her own daughter. I mean, Amanda Waller is a monster, but she at least has one line. I mean, it's not much, but there's at least one thing she won't cross, and that is just absolutely ruining the life of her daughter. But yeah, honestly, I know Waller's getting a TV show, but I really don't know how they'll be able to do that because an interesting conversation I was having a few days ago was who's more trustworthy, Cecil from Invincible or Amanda Waller from DCEU, and it was like easily Cecil because he at least has it from good intentions, and Waller is just straight up evil. But yeah, honestly, just going into this, all the characters were was really solid in this. I honestly just really enjoyed it. I think that the new world is super interesting. One where basically everything's gone right for him, and everything would continue to go right until the fact that Peacemaker killed his alternate version of him. It's always fun to make sure you don't word that the incorrect way, because if you say he killed himself, that's technically correct, but also it's misleading because he technically didn't kill himself, but he technically did. Well, you know what I mean, but honestly, it's just super interesting to set this up. Having the fact that Rick Flag Sr. is being a little petty in this and wants to go and make the person who killed his son face consequences for his actions and is basically spying on him at all times. But then he's also seems to be way more of a solid guy and is not a complete sociopath and psychopath like Waller, so he's definitely an upgrade. I'm interested to see what he does do in this season because it does look like he's going to be a secondary, possibly primary antagonist, but who knows? It's probably going to be a primary antagonist that is going to force the two of them to work together, since I think that Reflect Senior is going to be remaining one of the characters that are a good influence on the universe and being able to working with heroes like the Justice Gang. But yeah, well, they're eventually be called the Justice League, as I mentioned. But There is the fact that they want to look into the portals and make sure that what happened in Superman doesn't happen again. And considering how that was nearly the end of the world, it was a pretty good concern to have. And again, while this is in the DCU, this is a far, far more mature tone. There's a very, very adult scene that I think we all know happened if you've seen that episode. But definitely, this is not intended for kids. And it was just honestly insane. I think it was super great. James Gunn did an incredible job with this. I can't believe he had that much time to make that much great DC content that came out so relatively close together. And yeah, honestly, John Cena was incredible in this, and I think he was really cool. From what I hear, he's really nice. I didn't get to see him at the convention I went to last weekend, but from what I was hearing, he was so popular. He was only at it for one day that his panel was delayed by 30 minutes because he had so many autographs and photo ops to do. But it did sound like they also let that panel go over time, and I don't really know what happened to the panel in between because I went to the one after, which was the Orlando Bloom one. But I don't know, after that, I mean the one after the one in between those two. But just going back to this one, honestly, really just really great episode. Very solid start. I am really interested to see, and I do wonder if anyone else is going to be tempted with this new world. But yeah, honestly, really solid. I really enjoyed it. I think they did such a great job, and really can't wait to see what they do next week. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.